A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Well, last week, we were with me and my organs on the, tundra. But before that, and the relevant portion for this week is the Sabretooth camp, where we got to learn all about Thicket's past, his connection to the Sabretooth chief. Thub was given a bag of scalps. Thicket and Wyatt are lying about Thicket having a medical condition that requires Wyatt to be there. And I'm playing the child of the chief, and I do not remember how I did the voice, so this is going to be bad. My sincere apologies to everyone.
That is about it. So specifically where we last left off, yes. Turns out that according to Chief Brokath, the chief of the Sabretooth Raiders, back in the day when they were the Sabretooth Traders, he knew Thicket and would frequent Thicket's village and was there the night that, according to Chief Brokath, the night that everything went wrong.
Yeah, I don't like
as a
the
result
implications.
Of Thicket's actions.
I don't like the implications of everything we learned.
While Wyatt was being forced to try to teach medical techniques to the group shaman, who has not spoken a single word, has not blinked, and has now gone to sleep in front of Wyatt. And Thub has been given a bag of scalps, which seemingly Yalnus at least sees as jerky, as cured meat, and not human scalps. And Thub has been shoved off into the tundra in the direction that the raiders say is towards civilization. And we'll come to Thub eventually, as Jacob is not here and likely will not be here for a while. So we'll see what Thub is getting up to eventually. But for now, let's go to Thicket and Wyatt. Thicket and Wyatt. Thicket, you've been given a space to sleep. In the chief's tent, he's set you up in there, given you a bedroll, fed you well. Did you want to do anything before going to sleep?
Thicket, I think, is going to try and commune with Cranberry.
Sure.
After fucking everything that happened.
Sure. What do you say?
So I need to know.
the chief there said. Do you trust him?
Cranberry lore check. Oof.
Oh, bro.
Cranberry comes out of your chest.
These cats are shifty. I would not trust them in the slightest. At least not without knowing their motives.
Aye, that's about what I was thinking as well. But you did make one good point that's sort of been sticking with me. I do remember. I remember being in the woods. But the only woods here are, that forest back there. And I couldn't have been there before. So where was I?
If the only forest is the deep green, then perhaps you were there at the hollow wood after all. Or perhaps you were somewhere else.
Where? In the deep green?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Perhaps
shite.
not.
I don't know, just something's not adding up.
We never were good at mathematics.
No, we were not. I think that's where I'm gonna end that conversation.
All right. Wyatt.
Yes.
So the shaman is still laying on his bedroll, chest moving up and down, eyes still wide open. He's been like this for like 20 minutes.
Okay. Does he know any cases where people will sleep with their eyes open?
Make a medicine check.
All right. Jeez, this is not gonna be great. Medicine, you said?
Yes.
Medicine. 28.
28. It's not a particularly common condition.
Yeah.
You've heard of it. It's very rare. You haven't treated it yourself. It's called lagophthalmos.
I'm sorry, is that really
Lego
called that?
fuck
Lago-
yourself.
Lagophthalmos? Lagophthalmos?
Is that IRL out of character?
Lagophthalmos?
Yes, lagophthalmos. You've heard of lagophthalmos before.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's actually what it's called.
Are you
Yes.
serious? Being a game master makes you learn all these weird things, doesn't it? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, you've never really encountered it yourself.
Okay.
But this guy also just hasn't closed his eyes in your presence at all. So you don't think that's what this is?
Interesting. I
You
guess
don't really
Wyatt.
know how this is physically possible?
Yeah. Wyatt's just gonna talk and do a lecture about blood diseases for the next however long it takes for them to until it's an appropriate time to sleep, I guess.
Okay. So you just begin lecturing this man on
I want
blood
to point out
diseases.
that this is not you might imagine like a college professor, like a med school professor rant. It's not. It's more of a doctor who's seen the state of like blood diseases and like has a really big vendetta against medical leeches for no apparent reason. But for some reason he just doesn't like medical leeches, even though if they're clean or not. And like just medical maggots too. It feels weird to use them. And like it's that kind of lecture that you kind of sit there and it's like, all right, so when are we gonna like finish this lecture? Like, please let me out of the classroom.
Right, so when is this gonna end?
Right.
Alright. So you do this for like a while. You keep this up for like a solid while. You like distract yourself. Eventually you just like forget that there's another person in the room almost, and you just keep just going on and on about how much you fucking hate that dumbass Wyatt. They're not Wyatt, you're Wyatt. That dumbass Ryan, who keeps putting maggots in his patients from med school, massive air quotes.
Air quotes, yeah. He's the guy, he's the quote unquote barber, like two stores down.
Quote unquote barber who's a quote unquote doctor.
Oh my god. Flapjack?
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my god. Wait, City of Ships? Oh shit, you're right. Oh my god. It literally is Flapjack. Wait, I just subconsciously went to Flapjack. What the heck?
So eventually you finish this rant and you take a breath and you begin to move on to the next topic when you realize that this shaman still has not moved. But it does appear to be dark out.
Alright. Nap time, fucker. Does he react when I call him a fucker?
Nope.
Damn it. Alright. Wyatt's gonna make himself at home, I guess.
I see. You make yourself at home amid the strange bone dolls that you swear are looking at you.
Okay. I there's nowhere else to sleep, so I guess Wyatt's sleeping here. That's his rule.
Yup. Yeah, you don't have a bedroll, you don't have anything. There is a rug on the snow that, is being used as the floor here. So you curl up on the rug. You curl yourself up in the rug to give you a little bit of warmth, and you eventually doze off.
Wow, I must be really tired.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yalnus.
Hello.
You've just kicked Thub off into the wilds, with a bag of cured meats. What are you doing?
I guess I'm gonna go try and find my father.
All right. You head back towards your father's tent, and you watch as he exits alone.
I'm trying to remember how I do the voice, I'm sorry.
Laying his eyes on you. You have sent the lizard off?
Yes. He is off to somewhere.
Good. Good. Hopefully he stays away.
And the others?
Thicket is staying with us, for now at least. And so is the small one. The small one is only staying until he is no longer necessary.
What do you need from me?
From you, my child, puts a hand on your shoulder. From you, I do not know. Let us tan some hide. Keep our minds off things.
Okay. I joined my father to go tan hide.
Excellent. You join your father to go tan hide, an activity that you would have done together since you were a young child. Sort of always like the real, like the equivalent of playing baseball for you guys is tanning animal hides.
You know how some people go out and toss a ball around with their father? We make leather.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you work, normally your father is fairly not talkative, but normally he has things to say. This time around he's eerily quiet. And it looks like he's working slower than usual. Your father is a very accomplished tanner, and he shouldn't be taking this long.
Would you like to talk about it?
I do not know what there is to talk about.
You seem troubled.
Well, I suppose this is the closest to earning our freedom that I have come. So this is a bit emotional, to say the least. Soon, my child, I hope that we will no longer have to be at war, that we can have our land back to ourselves and regrow into the great civilization we were destined to be. Do away with all these awful creatures that have stolen our land. I hope that you can know peace and happiness in ways that I cannot. But something feels off. You know? Something just doesn't feel quite right about this. It feels as though it was almost too easy.
Perhaps the gods have decided to grant us luck for once.
The gods. The gods have not looked on us favorably for so long. The gods are... No, the gods have nothing to do with our people. They never did. They never will. Some tried. Your mother tried when the colonizers introduced their gods to us. But it was not our people's way. Not the non-Tans way. But they had a much easier time getting along with it than we did. I do not know. I'm just waiting for something to go horribly wrong. Do you ever feel that? Where things are going well and suddenly you just can't help but think something is about to go horribly wrong to destroy this victory, this happiness that I have made.
Yeah. What option do we have otherwise? But to carry on?
That is the trick. The only other option is destruction. He puts down his tools. I think that is enough for me. It is getting late. I will turn in for the night. Good night, my child. Gives you a gentle kiss on the forehead before leaving.
I'm gonna do a little bit more tanning and then I'll probably go to bed.
Alright. Yeah, you finish up your tanning, you make your way to your tent. The watchers are standing vigilant on their tigers. You can see them hiding out behind the snowdrifts, doing their patrols. Peaceful night. Light wind blowing. So, you all wake up the next morning. Rested, refreshed. The Wyatt, as you open your eyes, you you don't see the shaman.
Oh, great. My only student fucking walked out on me.
As you say this, you sit up and realize that the shaman was, in fact, standing right above you.
God.
Wide-eyed. Gestures to your medical tools strewn out about the tent.
Yup. Still want to learn today?
Gestures once again towards the tools.
Alright.
The weird bone dolls appear to have all been moved around the tent.
Ooh. That's creepy. At all of them or just a few?
All of them.
Does it feel like it's like a concerning amount of effort to move them? As in, it would be a whole lot easier if they all moved themselves.
You know, it's tough to say.
Okay.
But considering that they all look fairly delicate,
Mm-hmm.
and they're made of like bones sort of strung together, you can't imagine you would have been able to sleep through them all moving and clanking around.
Hmm. That's worrying. But Wyatt's not going to think about that.
Yeah. What you have a difficult time not thinking about, though, is the giant sphere of warbling energy still in the middle of this tent.
Yup.
As the shaman just gestures once again towards your tools.
Hey, Wyatt's going to play for time, and he's going to half teach, half kind of observe the room. And can he get anything religious implication from this? As in, like, as in godlike magic, you know?
Well, from last time when you first saw this sphere, you did not really remember any sort of artifacts or anything that were even mildly reminiscent of what you're seeing in front of you.
Right.
So you really just kind of don't know.
Oh, shit. Okay.
What I will say is make a society check.
A society. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a tough one. I'm a foreigner in a foreign land. 24.
24. Something you have picked up on is that the locals, the Nantan and the Sabretooth, they don't seem to be religious. Like, Dawncaller, being a cleric of Mordred, is very odd. And
Oh.
you somewhat remember her from overhearing her and Bastion talk that she was like sort of exiled for worshipping Mordred. So really, the Nantan and the Sabretooth are a somewhat godless culture.
Okay. Can't make that joke, but hits a little too close to home.
So you have your doubts that this would be any
Religious,
sort of
right?
divine magic.
Okay. Very
At least
well.
not any sort of divine magic that you've experienced in your time or would have studied.
Okay. Why we'll take that into note.
So, you begin your day of teaching.
Sort of. I don't have
where-
a structure for this, so
Where once again your student just stares at you wide-eyed, not making a sound.
okay. Based on Wyatt's medical knowledge, how much longer does he have until he runs out of like BS to BS through?
3 hours ago.
Shit. Let's talk about something more relevant. You like rum, right? Yeah, let's talk about rum.
You begin talking about rum?
Yeah, well,
With
he's
the
got
shaman.
3 hours. He lost 3 hours ago. Anyway, the chemical process is really fucking interesting. Let me tell you. And he tries. Okay, he's gonna try something really stupid. He's gonna pull out the flask of fellowship, and attempt to share some of this and try and make an impression on this guy.
The flask of fellowship. I see.
Yeah.
I see. So as you outstretch the flask of fellowship, what do you say? What are you saying as you extend this flask?
Look, I mean, really quick before we get any further, I feel like we need to come to a pair of fucking terms here. Healer the healer, you know.
The shaman just stares at it.
He canonically burps. I need to force that out.
Tasty.
Here, let's have a drink together, and let's just go on a basis from here. How about that?
The shaman just stares at you.
I mean, what do you like? You like a wine, spirits, like a ginger tea? I could make that right here, you know? Okay. He doesn't say anything still, right, GM?
Nothing.
Is there a pair
to your shenanigans?
Is there a pair of cups around here?
There are cups built into the flask.
All right.
Its screw top is covered by 4 simple metal cups that nest together.
Ooh. Takes out 2 cups, pours one up to him, and pours one for myself. You know,
pour these little shots. And
yeah. How much is a dram? Shit.
You know, it's a solid dram. Right. How much is a dram? I don't know. It's just one of those. It's one of those fake measurements that doesn't actually exist, like a dash.
It exists. It's real.
Oh my god.
It's like 3.41 grams, I guess.
Great.
I see.
Great. What the hell is
everyone needs?
What about a dram of mean?
I think it's like a whiskey tasting. You know, like a whiskey tasting thing. That much how they give you.
I see.
Interesting.
I see. In my day, we call that a snort.
A what?
A snort.
A snort?
Yeah, you've got to have your evening snort. As my great grandfather used to say, gotta have your evening snort. But anyways, yes, you pour yourself a snort, and you.
I pour him a snort too.
A snort for drinking the shaman, and who just doesn't even move.
Okay. Well, I drink from mine.
You drink from yours. No response.
Are the bone dolls following me?
You could swear that they're all looking at you.
Wyatt's gonna stand up very carefully, and he's gonna. Does the shaman react?
No.
The
His
Wyatt's
gaze
gonna
just follows yours.
Wyatt just takes a few paces around the room. Eyes not kept on the shaman, but the bone dolls. Are they following him?
Yup.
So are you just watching me just across the whole room, by the way? I'm just curious.
No response.
No response, okay. Alright, look, if this is a fucking puzzle, I have no idea what's going on. If you're not gonna drink that, I am.
As you say this and you turn back towards the shaman, he's gone.
Right. I think Wyatt likes to scream like a little girl when that happens. You can edit that in.
And as you realize this, you look around and all of the dolls are also gone.
Is the giant floating sphere in the middle gone?
No, that is
Yes,
still there.
okay. Is that you? Is that fucking you in there?
No response. All you hear is just the warbling energy of the sphere.
I like that word, warbling.
It's a pretty solid word.
It is a solid word. You know what? I'm curious what's gonna happen. Wyatt's gonna try and touch very carefully as he looks around. And he's obviously, the bone dolls aren't here anymore, and it doesn't seem like there's anything here, you know? Wyatt's gonna do a very bad thing, and he's gonna try and touch the warbling mechanism or magic item there.
You go to touch the sphere. You reach out. Which hand?
Right before he says it's like, Sir, by Sir Scene, this is the worst fucking decision of my life, but you aren't giving me any fucking options right now, so let's do this thing. And he pushes his left hand to it.
Left hand to it. Make a religion check.
Religion. I thought these are godless creatures. Oh, that's pretty decent. 27.
They might be godless creatures. You're not.
Yes,
You
I'm
feel
not.
Sir Sheen screaming into the back of your head. No, 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 no.
Wait, okay.
Right as your middle finger touches the sphere, I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oh, what have I done? Oh, not great. A 20.
A 20. You pull back as quickly as you can before the rest of your hand can go in. And you look at your hand and it's just... the end of your finger is gone.
My left middle finger
Is just this blackened, flat space. No blood, no bone. It's not even like burned. It's just blackened. It doesn't even hurt.
Oh my gosh. Oh gods. He can't flip anyone off. No, his
Well,
left
you
hand.
can.
Shit.
You've still got
Oh.
most of your finger. It's literally
Right.
like you've lost the very tip of your finger.
Oh, okay.
So like
Fuck.
the last centimeter of your finger, maybe like right up to the end of your nail.
Oh
Is
my
gone.
god.
Like you still have your entire fingernail,
Mm-hmm.
but everything after that is gone.
That is bad. Why
And
doesn't
at
know
this
what to
point,
do?
you hear a shout from outside. Oh, whose fucking finger is this?
Wyatt quickly hobbles outside.
You hobble outside and see one of the Sabretooth holding up the end of your finger.
Oi, that's mine!
What
I
the
give him the
fuck is your
finger.
finger doing?
I have no fucking idea, and I literally give him my left middle finger as like an excuse to flip him off.
That's a fuck.
Look,
You people are
give it back!
strange.
Give it back!
No, it is mine now. You lost it.
It's my. How did he get off my finger then?
I don't know, but it just came out of the sky.
What? So if you
So
fucking
that means it is mine now.
oh, so if you like drop like your weapon, it's also like whoever grabs it first.
Yes.
Are you? Oh, really?
Yes, that is how that works. That is how battle works. Whoever
It's
gets
not battle,
the weapon
we're-
it belongs to.
We're
This is
sitting
battle.
out here. Is it a battle?
With your people, it is always battle.
I mean, to be fair, I'm trying to help you out right now, sort of. So it's not
yes,
much of a
yes,
battle.
Yes, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
I can't make that. Okay, GM to player. I can't make that joke.
Okay.
I can't make a really bad colonialism joke,
no.
but it's happening. Just let it be known. Let it be known that colonialism is a
see.
bad thing.
Yes.
Yes. Don't trust people who are coming to your country and say we want to help. All right, they always want something.
It's always those damn Catholics.
Cut
Cut that out.
The
Cut that
damn-
out. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Yeah. Always the damn Spanish. I swear.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Life was good
We do now.
until the Spanish came on the boat.
Life was good, and then the British arrived.
Yeah.
You could really
Spanish,
suck
the
in
British,
any
and the
country
Catholics.
in Europe, and that
Yeah,
would
literally
Mhm.
any Western European
Mhm.
country. So Wyatt, what do you do? This man is refusing to give you the end of
Look,
your finger.
you're giving my
back.
fucking finger, or else you're gonna lose something more than that. All right.
Is we-
the Sabretooth unsheathes his claw blade.
Hmm.
As is that, or you could very easily lose the rest of your finger and I can add it to my collection.
That's weird. But fair enough.
He takes his other hand and pulls out the the necklace of fingers that he is wearing.
That's a lot of fingers.
They all, in your medical opinion, appear to be halfling fingers.
Wow. You've killed a lot of my people.
Yes, I have.
And they probably, I'll be very honest, they probably deserved it.
Oh, they definitely
don't.
did, and you do too.
I don't.
No,
Look, I came to this
I think you do.
continent to run away from things, alright? To run away from really bad things.
And
I didn't
how are you
come to
doing
this-
that? By
By going on a boat and going to the
By-
last safe place out here.
stealing our land.
I don't own any land. I just
stealing our
live
land.
here.
Yes, supporting
I-
the system that is stealing our land and slaughtering our people.
So if somebody comes to your village requesting help or whatever, do you just like turn them away?
Yes, if they are not one of our allies and they are an active invader who is trying to slaughter our people, we will not help them. No.
What if I told you that I actually don't like the people that are on here, especially the guys with those fingers on your necklace, and I'd much rather have them gone than have them be here?
And of course, you would leave with them. Yes.
That's a bit of a small point. Probably not. And I'll be very honest with you.
So you are no better than them.
Well, I'm better than them because I'm not lying about it. I snap my fingers. Does Succeed bless me when I say the truth?
Absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah, I like to imagine it's an awkward couple seconds as that happens, and Wyatt just like holds that smile.
Why are you smiling?
I'm waiting for it. Give it like 5 seconds.
You wait for a very long 5
Fuck!
seconds.
Damn it! I swear it worked last time.
You people are strange.
We are strange, but look, some people want to help you out, and if you don't let us help you out, then what's gonna happen?
I don't know. Maybe we will survive a little longer without the treachery of the small ones.
Maybe.
I don't know. The chief wants you alive, so you will stay alive for now,
Yeah.
unless you cross me. Staying
Can I-
alive does not say
Mhm.
anything about keeping all of your fingers.
Well, I mean, that's not a finger. It's like a part of my finger. It's like a centimeter of my finger.
Yes, and I'm saying that I will take all of your fingers if I want to.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. You give it back to me, and I promise you, all right? Look at me, all right? I promise you that if you get to kill me, you get to keep my entire finger, all right?
That is a terrible promise. If I kill you, then I'm taking all of your fingers right eyes away.
Yeah, I know, but you're getting the entire finger, because I could probably reattach that.
No.
What do you
This
mean,
is
no?
mine
Don't you
now.
want a fucking finger? Like a whole fucking finger?
Not that badly.
What
Damn,
the fuck is
alright.
this conversation?
You want a drink, by the way?
Not from you?
Alright, you're
Probably
lost.
poisoned.
I unclip a bottle. You sure you don't want it?
The Sabretooth
Come on.
walks over to you.
I'll drink it
reaches for
first.
the bottle.
Yeah.
Takes it from you.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at the label. Walks away.
Yeah, there we go. I remove one City of Ships rum for that.
Okay.
That's I'm not using it anyway, alright?
His generosity knows no
Yeah.
bounds.
Mm-hmm.
This
Alright.
is such a productive interaction.
I hopefully
How long
the
on
intention is to build a bridge right now with that guy, alright? That was my intention. Build a fucking bridge with that guy.
All right. And now, Wyatt, you know that you can exit the tent.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're now outside. Let's turn now to Thicket.
Ahoy!
Thicket, you wake up. What are you up to?
I wager. Let's see. Are there any chores that need to be done? Like any way that I can make myself helpful to the Sabretooths?
Well, what are some things that you'd be good at?
Well, you see, Thicket would be good. What would Thicket be good at? Foraging. That's something he's good at. He's very good at that, actually. So if there's any, any like cooking to be done and like food to be gathered,
Forage
Thicket
from
would
that
be.
ice.
Well, you never know. Hey.
I mean, in this place, you never know.
Exactly.
So,
There could
would
be
you
some
like go to
critters.
ask? Would you ask someone about like what duties there are? That you
Yeah.
could perform?
Pretty much, yeah. You know, I just want to make myself useful while I'm here.
Yeah. So let's say you approach Yalnus. Yalnus, you are approached by Thicket.
Hello?
Hey there. Don't think I properly got to say hello to you. So, hi. I'm Thicket.
Yalnus. What can I do for you, Thicket?
You know, I was just hoping I could return the hospitality that y'all have shown us. I was just wondering if there's any work to be done, any other way I can make myself useful while we're here.
Okay, 2 questions. 1, what work is there to be done? And 2, how would my father feel about letting Thicket contribute?
Well, to answer the first question, there's a couple things. There's always tanning hides, curing meats, there's hunting parties, but you highly doubt that Thicket would be allowed to leave the camp, even under supervision. There's little bits of cooking that people can do here and there. Big thing that you can think of is that there's a frost coffee field near this camp.
Oh my god.
That's the biggest thing you can think of. To answer the second question, you feel like so long as he's supervised, you feel like you remember your father saying Thicket was with you. So long as he's supervised, he's probably fine. You could always ask, though.
We can take you to the frost coffee fields, and we can harvest together, so that you do not run off and make me bring shame to my father by killing you.
Oh, no, I wouldn't want to bring shame upon you. Alright, so, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that.
Alright.
Where is your little friend?
Oh.
Yalnus, you would probably know that Wyatt was still with drinking.
I don't know where he is. He's probably fine.
I'm sure he is okay. That is, if he does not cross the wrong people.
On that note, you know how the other one's doing? The lizard.
We sent him off with food. He will be. He will be okay, as long as he is capable of surviving.
You know, I think that he's survived more than you could possibly imagine, and I don't know how.
Since they are fine, no need to worry. He did seem to have a bit of confusion about the meats, but probably no big deal.
Yeah, that sounds about right for them. Either way, let's go to them frost coffee fields, huh?
Aye.
Alright.
Yes, I'm taking.
So, yeah.
Adventure.
Yalnus, you bring. Oh, yep.
I was just saying
Temperature?
adventure.
Oh, I thought you said temperature.
Well,
what's the wind
it's
chill?
It's
fucking
probably
cold.
freezing cold,
It
by the
is-
way, right?
it is as usual. Cold as shit. Definitely like below zero today. Wind sort of picked up a little bit heavy. No snow though, which is good. And it's a fairly clear day and like good sunlight, which is nice. So Yalnus, you bring Thicket over to the nearby frost coffee fields. And you would know that nobody has gone about picking any frost coffee. And you don't entirely know why, because it's like a favorite of most of your peers, especially Kriker. Kriker fucking loves frost coffee. Can't get enough of the stuff. Distills it into like a hot sauce and puts it on all of his food.
But there's never been like a specific instruction from my father to like not go to the frost coffee fields or something.
Not really, and you're not usually part of the foraging parties. You're part of the hunting parties, not the foraging parties. So you don't really know why nobody has gone after this field yet.
Well, I'm sure that's not at all relevant. Let's carry on, shall we?
Sure. So, frost coffee plants They're these, they're like frost coffee. The root is the sort of edible part, the part that people will like chop up and use in food. The leaves can be used medicinally, and the stalk is fairly tough material that can be dried out and woven into baskets. So pretty much every part of this plant is useful to your people. Thicket, you would also know basically the same thing. Though you've done a lot less cooking with it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't something your parents were a huge fan of, so they just kind of never really made anything with it back in the day.
Right.
But yeah, you would still remember vaguely how to harvest it. You've got to sort of dig out a little hole around it. You've got to like sort of warm it up with your hands so that you can get it to give a little way so that you can pull the whole plant out at once. And before you is like a full field of these just like 6 to 9 inch high stalks poking out of the snow.
So, is there anywhere you'd like me to start, or can I just go at it?
Start as you like. I don't know much about foraging.
Is that so?
I am more the hunting type.
Ah.
But I do not think my father would be happy if I brought you hunting, so foraging it is.
I, unfortunately, been too long since I've been in a hunting party of my own. Well, actually, I can't really say that. We just killed a bird. But either way, I guess to make conversation, what do you guys, what do you folks normally hunt around here?
Aaron, what do we normally hunt?
Well, the big one's deer. There's these deer that roam around the tundra. There's polar bears. You occasionally will end up hunting them when they end up getting a little too close to your camp, because they are very aggressive. Sometimes you'll hunt wolves, but not typically. Your people sort of see wolves as kindred spirits a lot of the time. So you try not to hunt them unless absolutely necessary. Typically only if they're going after your people's livestock, which for the most part they have learned not to do. And goats. There's goats that live up on the glacier that occasionally you'll go and hunt, because they're very, very fatty, and their fat is very good for burning.
We hunt deer, mostly. Polar bear, if they get too close. Goat is good for burning fat. And only if we have to the wolf. The wolf is a spirit with ours.
Now, Cam, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What did we hunt in my village?
In your village, mostly the goats. You would definitely know what goats Yalnus is talking about. Wolves and polar bears, definitely not. Those are predators. Your people avoid those as much as they can. You'd have to defend yourselves occasionally against an attack from a polar bear. But even then, that was typically only if they were like really sick that they'd come after like a settlement. Sometimes they'd attack like hunting parties and all that, but you would definitely never, your people to your knowledge would never hunt them like directly. And you don't remember anything about the deer specifically. You would remember hearing about some moose that were fairly big game. Like whenever one of those was caught, that was like cause for huge celebration. As was the occasional boar.
Okay. Oh, we hunted a few of those in my village as well. You ever hunt a moose?
We hunted moose.
Aye.
No, that was a Cam question.
You have not. You at least personally have not hunted a moose.
No, I have never hunted. What did you say? A moose?
Aye, a moose. It's like a really big deer.
No, I cannot say that I have hunted the moose.
Well, they're quite the animals, you know. Very good at feeding a whole village. Look, I've got another reason for wanting to come out here to this field. I'll just cut to the chase with it. I wanted to ask you some questions about your father, if I may.
What sort of questions?
What do you know of his past? Like his childhood, or I guess just
Well,
how he
Cameron,
was a few decades ago.
what do I know of my father's past?
Well, you don't know a whole ton. I believe last time we discussed a little bit about how, your father kind of was a little bit secretive. About things like his experiences really before your birth, before the war. So yeah, you really wouldn't know a whole lot. You would know that he definitely did not used to be a chief. And he said a number of times, you overheard him say to your mother that he feels like he does not deserve to be chief. Doesn't feel like that title belongs to him. But you don't really know what he used to do before that. You just know that you used to be called the Sabretooth Traders.
I do not know much about my father's past. He does not like to talk about the times before the war. It reminds him of what we have lost. He doesn't believe he is fit to be chief, but I would not know any different. All that I know is that we did not used to be raiders. We used to be traders. That is a time that is foreign to me.
I see. Did he ever, I guess, in the bits that he did talk to you about, did he ever mention any particular villages or people or, anything of that sort?
I don't know. Cameron?
The only people that you remember him talking about, really, you remember him talking about this guy called Brave Walker, the RNA, but he always got very upset talking about that. So he always kind of stopped himself before getting too far into it. And would always, like everyone else, would also sort of know to, like, whenever that came up, change the topic.
He would mention Brave Walker, but he does not like to speak of it. If it comes up, we change the topic. And the RNA as well. Whatever happened there was not pleasant for my father.
I see. Well, sorry to bring that up. Then we can switch topics. How about harvesting this coffee? Huh?
As you are working on harvesting that coffee, why don't you make survival checks for me?
You want one for me as well?
I'm assuming you're harvesting the coffee.
Sure. I'm here.
Sure.
I got an 18.
An 18.
I got a 26.
Yeah, so you both managed to pick a couple of plants. Giannis, you're definitely better at it than Thicket is.
Yeah.
But like a decent margin. Like Thicket, in the time it takes you to pull one plant, Giannis has already gotten 3. So yeah, you managed to pull these plants from the snow, because frost coffee doesn't actually grow in the soil. Nothing really grows in the soil here. It, like, plants have evolved to grow from within the snow itself, sort of taking the nutrients from the water, and from the sunlight. Now, as you begin to change the topic to frost coffee, I would say Thicket, you've gotten like maybe 2 plants. Yalnus, you've gotten like 6. And you hear a shuffling, heavy footfalls, the sound of heavy breath.
That seems bad.
What the?
Yalnus, you look up to see, rounding one of the snowbanks and sniffing along the frost coffee before pulling one of the plants whole into its mouth with its large flapping lips. This hulking creature, gotta be at least 9 foot tall, even though it's on all fours. Just massive muscular neck. These giant bone protrusions coming out of its head. Hooved feet. This white furred creature continues snuffling along the snow, eating entire frost coffee plants.
It is time to go. Get up.
Yeah, sounds like it. What is that? What's eaten?
Do I recognize this thing?
You do not.
This is nothing that I have seen before. So be careful and be quiet. And we are going to back away slowly and hopefully
And as
return to
you
camp.
say that, the creature's ears perk up
Uh-oh.
and it turns towards you.
Is it attacking?
Right now, it's just standing there staring at you.
I'm gonna set a hand on Thicket's shoulder and just slowly back away, kind of guiding him with me.
The creature snuffles, takes a few steps towards you, bears its head down in a low position, still keeping its eyes on you.
Do we have the coffee with us?
Yup.
I'd like to toss down a few
Set
beans.
down. Yup. Let's put down the plants and back away.
All right, you put down the plants and you continue backing away. This creature begins to step closer. And closer. Begins to pick up speed.
Uh-oh.
It's running now.
Uh-oh.
We should maybe run.
It's fast.
Yep.
We should run.
Let's run.
It's bearing its horns down at you.
Oh no. Oh no. It has horns. The horns are aimed at us.
So, as you both begin attempting to escape, how are you attempting to escape? There's maybe like 5 minutes of time, but like a full sprint between here and the camp itself. Between here and there's snowdrifts, there's a couple of like ice stalagmites, couple of rock formations.
You know how people say that if you're ever chased by like a crocodile, you should run in zigzags because it can't change its direction fast enough?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with that method.
I see.
And
Thicket, what are you doing?
I'd like to try a different method. I am going to channel elements.
Interesting. All right. What do you do with your channeled elements?
I would then like to use my base kinesis to generate a little wall of rock directly in front of the thing if I can.
I see. I see.
I would like to Looney Tunes it.
I see. All right. So basically, you're going to have to make, if you want to make a wall, it's going to have to be a very thin wall.
Yes. I like what I'm trying to do is trip it, or at the very least stop it.
I see. Okay.
Give it a barrier to mess it up.
I'm going to have Yalnis make an athletics check, and I'm going to have Thicket make why don't we go with just a regular old like an elemental blast attack.
15 from Yalnus.
I see. I'm gonna say elemental blast. That's fine.
29.
29, and it was a 15 from Yalnus, you said? Alright. So, as this creature bears down at you, Yalnus, you begin running in a zigzag pattern. But as you do, you have a difficult time. The snow is a little bit too deep in this area, so you're doing your best, but you're definitely moving way slower than you want to be. Thicket, you quickly pull this elemental power from within Cranberry, from within yourself, and you form it into a very thin sheet of stone that, from the sound of this creature's footfalls, you think should maybe be around knee height for it. And as you do that, you hear it as it just crashes in, and you hear it stumbling. Thicket, make a nature check.
Hey.
$19.
This is a moose.
Whoa, shit.
It's the deadliest land animal in all of Salter right here.
You recognize the sound of a moose anywhere.
Holy fuck, it's a moose.
Be
That
happy,
is a
it's only
moose?
one.
Hi! That is the moose.
That is the moose.
What? Why do you hunt these things?
Ain't you having fun?
No!
Ah. Okay. What do I know about moose?
Well, they're very fucking dangerous, for one. For two, they don't always see super well. So they'll often act out of violence just because they can't tell what they're looking at. And they're also extremely fast. So the best way to avoid a moose, to your knowledge, is probably to make it not be able to see you.
Okay.
And I'm going to relay that information over to Giannis. So I'm going to say, now, they're fast, but they ain't got very good eyesight. We just gotta hide ourselves, or blind it, and hope for the best.
You
So I don't know
want
if you
me
have any way to
blind
do
a
that.
moose?
It's a great question.
The moose at this point has stopped stumbling and is charging once again.
Ugh.
You got anything you can throw in its eyes?
I have a bow. I go ahead and try and shoot the moose in the eye.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Make an attack roll.
He said to shoot the moose.
I said blind it. I thought you might maybe had like some pocket sand. I didn't think you were gonna shoot the thing.
Where would I get sand?
I don't know, snow.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You hit the moose. Roll damage.
Oh my god. Well, we're hunting a moose. Oh.
That is 14 damage.
14 points of damage. You not only... You pull back, you knock an arrow in your very, like, powerful composite longbow, which just... For reference, oh right, forgot. Fucking Christ, forgot the stupid images are broken. I fixed them in one and forgot to fix them in the other. God damn it. Regardless, Yalnus has this big fucking composite bow that just, you pull back, just massive draw strength. Like Thicket, you can hear the bow creaking and the string creaking under its own tension. As Yalnus, you just... let loose this bow, let loose this arrow, and oh boy, does it fly. And as it lands right in one of the moose's eyes, it sends out this burst of force, and the moose just spins around in place, an arrow now in its eye, before running off.
The moose is gone.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
You asked me to blind the moose. I blind the moose.
I didn't know if you had like, I don't know, magic blindness. You cast a spell that can
Magic.
blind it. Do you cast spells?
No. I
Ah.
shoot my bow. I hunt with the people. You. Who are you with your magic spells?
Who am I with me magic spells?
Magic certainly could have been useful in a situation such as that, says a voice from behind you.
Now, excuse me.
Simply Nontan voice. As Yalnus, you turn and are greeted by a very tall, gotta be at least 8'1", Nontan. With a large sword of bone on their hip.
And who are you?
I am here to pick up the Guardian of the Soul. He's
I'm
completed
afraid
his
he has a
task.
prior commitment.
I think not.
I
Well,
take
I
it up
wish to
with my
speak
father.
with you. That is what I'm here for. To speak with your chief.
Surrender
On
your
behalf of
weapon.
Chief Brave Walker.
Oh,
An RNA does not surrender their weapon.
Now, Cam, I'm sorry. Did you say that this is Brave Walker?
This is not Brave Walker.
Not
He's
Brave
here on
Walker.
behalf of Brave Walker.
Gotcha. Well, I got a question for you. If you're here on behalf of Brave Walker, first of all, how did you know we were here? And second of all, how did you find us?
Those can both be answered fairly simply. We keep our eyes on the land. We keep our eyes in the land. We know what happens here. Your prize is collected and safe, by the way. We're preparing for your initiation upon your arrival.
My initiation, you said.
Indeed, your initiation to the RNA, Guardian of the Soul. No small feat to take down a Cutty-Wren.
Right. I'm going to turn over to Giannis. I know you're supposed to be supervising me right now and all, but may I speak with this man alone?
No. You are going to my father, and my father will speak to the both of you.
I am amicable to this,
Aye.
as I was sent to speak with Brokath.
Might as well just cut to it then. Right,
Back to camp.
back to camp. But, where are we?
I believe your
Across
camp is
Cookie
right
Fields.
over that way. And the Nuntan points directly in the direction of of the camp, Yalnus, and begins just walking past you towards it.
All right. So wait, did we get far from the fields at all? Like, are we still in the fields?
You're still basically in the fields.
Oh, never mind.
I do not like to suspend.
So,
Well,
as you two head back towards camp along with your newfound friend, Wyatt, what would you have done after
Walker fucker has my finger. I think Wyatt's just gonna. Can you just stroll around the camp and get an idea of what these people are living like? If there's anything that's going on, like get a vibe check of the general,
Sure.
general camp. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So for the most part, this seems to be a group of very athletic people.
Yeah.
They seem to be utilitarian, not a whole lot of luxuries. They place a high value on their tigers. That they train and treat basically like horses.
Oh my gosh.
Like as
Okay.
these sort of honored mounts.
Mhm.
And yeah, they definitely they don't live with luxury, but they all seem fairly content as far as you can tell.
Okay.
They seem athletic, they seem well fed.
Interesting. Okay. Everyone's healthy. No one's sick.
Yeah, everyone seems to be
Wow.
fairly healthy.
Does anyone
At
know
least in this splinter
Yeah.
camp.
this splinter camp? Yeah.
You would imagine this is just like a mobile hunting camp, not the real proper place.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since you don't see any children anywhere.
Yeah, I imagine this is just a camp out. Well, I got... I got nothing, honestly. I'm just walking around, just seeing the place, and... Do I see the shaman anywhere? Like, this camp shaman at all? Because he just disappeared.
You
The
do not see the
fuck?
shaman
Hey,
anywhere.
shaman guy, where the fuck are you? He says aloud.
You say this out loud. A few other Sabretooth look at you.
Sabretooth, yeah. You know where the shaman is?
They shake their heads no.
Fuck, alright. Do I see the guy who stole my finger?
Nope.
Damn it. Can I try to track down where he is?
Sure. How do you try to track him down?
I just give a walk around, kind of as he left in that general direction, maybe like follow that general direction for a bit as I'm doing the vibe check. Does he look like a hunter?
Oh yeah, they all look like hunters.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So yeah, you sort of start strolling around. You keep an eye out specifically for this one guy. And you aren't entirely sure, but you think you might see him entering one of the tents.
Okay. I don't know if that's him or not, but I will keep that in mind. I'll do a little more reconnaissance on that.
I see.
Yeah. Make sure that it's actually him, so when I try and steal something from his necklace, I can know it's the right guy.
Well, whoever just went into that tent seems to be staying there, at least
Yeah,
for
okay.
now.
All right. I'll just wait till Thicket returns then.
All right. And as you think that to yourself, you see the shape of a Nantan coming over a snowbank.
Oh.
It's not Thicket, though.
Do I recognize him?
Nope.
Fuck, I don't know what that fucking guy is.
This guy is also a solid foot taller than Thicket.
Oh, he's an 8-foot tall monster.
He's fucking huge. And as he just walks into town, all of the Sabretooth stop, stare for a moment, and grab their weapons
Oh,
before Yalnus and Thicket both come over the same crest. The Sabretooth keep their weapons drawn. And out from the tent you were just stalking comes Chief Brokath and the shaman. Not the Sabretooth who stole your finger. You hear Brokath whispering something to the shaman. What brings you here, Arane? And the Nuntan responds with, the chief has a request to return the Guardians of the Soul so they may complete their initiation into the Arane tribe and continue their duties in protecting the world. Everyone just sort of stops and stares, turning to Brokath. Thicket has dedicated himself to our cause, not that of your chief. He is your guardian of the soul no longer. Unless, he looks at you, Thicket, unless you would like to change your mind, which I would recommend you not do so hastily.
Let's go speak with the chief.
That is all I was hoping to do, was bring you to speak with the chief. At least for now. I had a feeling that you wouldn't give up your prize so easily, Brokath.
Aye, they captured us right outside of civilization. It's quite the hard-fought battle to get the bird, and then they got the better of us.
So you wish to speak with the brave walker? Alright. Arane, you may return to your chief and tell him that we will meet him on the plains. Is that understood? The Nuntan nods. I shall inform him. We'll expect to see you within the hour. And as he says this, the Nuntan turns and leaves the way he came. The Sabretooth keep their weapons drawn for a moment before relaxing them and turning to their chief. Thicket, to me please. Yalnus, you as well. And he turns to you, Wyatt. I suppose you should probably also come
oh, yes.
Come into my tent for a moment, if we must speak. Do you all go into the tent with him?
Sure.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the shaman, of course. Alright.
Oh dear. Okay.
So, it seems that brave Voka wants you back. What did he tell you exactly about his plans for you?
Out of character, thinking back to that, he really didn't tell us a whole lot, did he?
Nope. He just said he was going to initiate you into the RNA. And as the guardians of the soul.
All right. He promised me to tell me more about my past.
I see. And what if I told you that I could give you that same promise, while also giving you more transparency into my actual plans of my uses for you and the soul as a whole? As if I have not already given you more information than Brave Walker probably ever could.
But Brave Walker, he what do you know? Tell me, what else do you know that you haven't told me already?
I've told you what I know. I have told you that I was there, that I knew you. Back in the day, I knew your father, I knew your mother, your siblings. I knew your village. I know its fate. I know what happened, though I do not understand it.
And what are your plans?
With you at my side, and with the soul between us, I wish to free our land and our peoples from these horrid invaders. Drive them out. Force them to see reason. And return to where they came from. Only the Soul of Frost has the power to do that.
But here's my question. The Nonton, we want the same thing. We live here the same as you do. And our lands lands are being encroached upon. We can work with the RNA.
Maybe the Nonton as a whole, but the RNAs themselves, not even the RNAs themselves, Brave Walker specifically, I have seen his mind. I know what it is that he has planned, and he does not want freedom for our people. He does not want freedom for our land. He does not wish to restore what we had before the invasion.
Let me talk to him. We can work something out.
I only ask that you don't listen to anything he has to say until you at least... Don't agree to go with him until you at least know what it is that he plans. Okay? From his own mouth. Because I know that you will not trust anything from me, apparently. At this stage. So you need to hear his plan from his own mouth. Can you at least promise me that?
I can. I will.
Alright. And know that if you do side with us, the full force of the Sabretooth are with you. You, of course, he turns to you, Wyatt. You will be free to do whatever you wish. I know this blood disease does not exist.
Yup.
Drinking tells me you've been stalling for hours.
Hours. I've been stalling for days.
It has only been one day.
Yeah, it's been a day, man. Where is he, by the way?
Terrible. right next to you.
Is he still staring?
Yes.
Do you ever get dry
notice that
eyes?
one of the dolls is on your shoulder.
Ah! I try to swipe it off by complete instinct.
Make an unarmed strike.
Jump scared. Unarmed. Here we go. An unarmed cleric strike. Not great. 17.
17. You go to smack it off your shoulder, and it was as if it was never there.
Oh! Yeah, he had to stop scaring me like that. My heart's literally tiny compared to yours.
Drinkin just stares at you wide-eyed. Nostrils flared.
Do your eyes ever get dry? Turn to the cheap. Does his eyes ever get dry? There's
Drinkin
something
just
for that.
Stares deeply into your soul. And you just, for a moment, you swear you could hear chanting as he stares at you.
Okay.
Deep, throaty, verbose chanting. But it's gone as you blink it away. So, let us go meet Zirane, meet this brave walker. See what it is that he wants from you, eh? Yalness, you are with me, gather 3 others.
I go out and start trying to find the 3 others.
Alright. Who do you bring?
Well, I don't know the names of any of these people or their talents, so I'm just gonna describe people generally.
Sure.
I think that we should bring our best, most intimidating warrior.
Mm-hmm. That would probably be Kriker.
Okay, we'll bring Kriker. We should bring somebody who's kind of rational and level-headed, but can hold their own in a fight. Is there anybody who knows Brave Walker other than my father?
Seemingly no. You didn't even know who Brave Walker was before this.
Okay.
So I'd say the level-headed one would be a woman named Drika.
Rika, okay. And let's bring somebody else intimidating looking.
Alright. You pick out another hunter named Krimkus. So, you all begin moving along. And you walk into just the fields of snow. Just white. Everything around you is just pure white. And as you go over the snowbanks, you see now 3 individuals. Brave Walker and 2 of these massive Nuntan with swords of bone. Just the 3 of them. Compared to your party of 6 Sabretooth, as well as the 2 of you. Brokath stops maybe 45 feet away from Brave Walker's position and shouts out, All right, then. Talk to him.
From here?
Well, you can go closer if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
But that is up to you. Depends on how private you wish your conversation to be.
He's yell at each other like from 100 meters away. That'd be pretty funny.
Right.
By the way, they are 100 meters away. Because you can't see.
So, I'd like to bring, the little one with me.
Go right ahead. The little van is free to do as he wishes at this point. I do not care.
I hate it when people call me little. I have a big soul.
I hate it when people come into my land and kill my wife, but, you know... we can all
Hey.
have what we
All
want,
right.
do we?
We can't be short-sighted here, all right?
I hate you so much.
Oh,
Since
fuck,
that
I
is
said
the only
that,
kind
didn't
of
I?
sighted you can be.
Oh, fuck. I should have said that.
Either way. Come on. Let's go speak with the chief.
All right. So, how close do you think you would get? Why don't we?
I mean, how
close do you think you would get?
Why is this something that we're specifying? Can we not just go up?
We get like
just wanna
inches
know.
away.
I just want to know, how close are you getting? Are you like going in between the two parties, like an even distance? Are you like going right up to Brave Walker to speak with him? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go an even distance.
Okay. So the two of you go out. You're now between them. Thicket, you feel Brave Walker's presence. My dear friend Thicket, you appear to be mostly unharmed. This is good.
My friend Brave Walker. It's yeah. I'm sure you've heard what's happened. We beat the Katiren, but then we found
Indeed, you
ourselves
did.
lost.
It was a fine victory. I watched it all myself.
So I've heard. Have you been watching us the whole time?
Well, of course. Needed to make sure your trial was legitimate. And it was. It certainly was.
Fair enough. But we've been held hostage here by the Sabretooths.
Right.
They want the soul.
Of course they do. Brokath wants it to create fear in those he sees as his enemies.
How do you think
wish
we should
to
deal with
assist
it?
in his crusade, or do you wish to come with us?
If I join, what would I be doing?
If you're joining with me or with him?
With you. If I join you.
If you join with me, you are a protector. Not only of this land and its people, but of everything beyond it. You're a protector of life.
And what do we do with the soul?
We reconnect the soul with the heart.
The heart.
That is how you be a guardian. A true guardian of the soul.
You make it sound like there have been other guardians of the soul.
Nay, only in legend. Only in prophecy.
I see. But I ask you, how will we be dealing with the Sabretooth army? And can we use the soul to do that?
They don't. Calling them an army is a bit of an exaggeration. We don't have to deal with them. They do not have the strength or the numbers to defeat us in battle. They know that. Brokath knows that. Plus, they're so busy dealing with the Cloud Veils that they absolutely cannot spare the manpower. They can barely spare the manpower for this.
And, what will the future be for the RNA?
The future will be of peace, of prosperity.
And how
We will
will we do
continue our
that?
diplomatic works. We will bring that peace and quiet to this land, and all others will know that we, the RNA, are beings of peace and prosperity. Protectors from our frozen heart. Waters.
And if I do choose to join with you, would we be leaving right now?
Indeed we would.
Well, I'm afraid there's one more bit of peace that I need to keep while we're here.
And what might that be?
We got 2 members out in the field. One of them's
Right.
lost, and the other one is,
Don't you worry. They're already handled.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that Dawncaller is on her way to Bastion right now, as she has surfaced. And I have my people watching after Thub, making sure that they arrive at their destination with no harm. Or at least minimal harm. They've already kept 3 packs of wolves away from him in the past 24 hours.
Well, that's good. I think we can work with the Sabretooths. I think that whatever the consequences of everything going on with these Wend cultists and everything happening since and going forward, I get the feeling we're gonna need all the help that we can get. And I think the Sabretooths can be that help.
Brave Walker steps towards you. You hear the shifting of the Sabretooth behind you as they clutch their weapons. Brave Walker steps up, gets real close to you, and whispers into your ear. The Wend cultists matter not. Small fry in the grand scheme.
What is this grand scheme?
Protecting on a world scale. You, my friend, have dealt with the cell of these misguided souls. You saw how easy it was. Imagine having the full power of the soul of Frost connected to the heart. The ability to root out evil. Stop it before it even starts. There's a great threat rising. The Wend cultists, they're only a symptom of the greater challenge that this world faces. are secrets that are known to very few, and even less of those few are alive.
We can work with the Sabretooths to do that.
If they would work with us, then I would be grateful, but I know they will not. They see us as traitors. We do not have to commit violence against them.
They've already offered their help. Have you forgotten? I'm the guardian of the soul.
Not yet. You're not RNA quite yet, brother. Almost.
If I am truly, as you say I am, and I am here to ensure an era of peace in this land, sparing the Sabretooths is a part of that.
I never said we'd commit violence against them. I have no desire for violence against them. Like I said, I would greatly wish for them to be our allies as they were in days of old. But I know that is not what they want. We will only turn to violence as a method of defending ourselves.
I see. May I confer with me, friend?
Brave Walker nods and returns to his people, his bodyguards.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna whisper to Wyatt.
You had to get that real close. You're like 5 feet taller than me. You had to really get on your knees for this, man.
I actually bend over. It's like I look like a U. It's like a U. Oh my god, like an N.
Oh my
It
god.
just pretzels himself up.
Yeah.
Pretzels.
What do you think?
When a people only know violence, who've only been dealt violence, and who only knows how to respond to violence with violence, how do you make peace?
Aye, that's a good point. Do you think that ever since Braveheart gave me this mission to slay the Katiran, to become one of them, I felt so determined, but now, after hearing what I have, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm having second thoughts. I get the feeling
That
the
means
Sabretooths know more than we think.
That means
I'm
you're
just
still a sane man.
I'm picturing Morgrim in the background just yelling, "I fucking told you so!"
Thicket, that means you're still a sane man. You know that? It means you still got your head straight.
Wyatt, as you say that, a flash of light. Not from the Sabretooth or the Nantan. A flash of light from the west. You turn and see, marching out of a cloud of smoke, a group of 10 halflings.
Oh no.
9 armored Cloudvale soldiers,
Fuckers.
led by Governor Elizabeth Cloudvale herself.
Oh, it's fucking her. Wait. Oh, shit.
It seems we weren't really invited to the negotiating table, now were we? We had to invite ourselves.
Oi. This doesn't
Fuck are you
concern
doing
me.
here, bitch?
We're here to bring our own bid for the soul of Frost and its bearers.
Now hold on.
I've got nothing to do with you. This is his business. Solar Frost
His business
is with
is your
me.
business. Indeed it is. Doesn't have to be though.
Wyatt taps the shin because that's how far he can reach of Thicket. I get the feeling that thing in your chest might be her business too.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I think that might be a little bit beyond just you now and these two. I totally willing to fucking kill her now, by the way.
So,
What is
are you
the-
willing
what
to
is-
hear out my bid?
The distance between all of these groups of people.
Well, right now, Yalnus, your group is around 35 feet away from the Cloud Veils, equal from Brave Walker's group. Is equally far away, and then the distance between the Nantan and the Sabretooth is around 45 feet. Then Thicket and Wyatt are in the middle.
Should we attack?
No.
You see
No, not yet.
this
Please
rage.
Please don't.
Yalnus, you see this rage boiling in your father's eyes as spittle begins to bubble from the edges of his mouth.
This is going to end bad.
Is there a way?
We stay the course. We stay the course for now. These are peaceful negotiations.
So are you willing to hear my plea? My little deal that I'm willing to present to you?
Absolutely not.
What about you, Mr. Hyena Barrel? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Whatever it is, I get the feeling I'm not going to agree with it.
What if I told you that I could make this whole excommunication situation of yours go away? What if I said I could get you home? Get you back to your family? Or even better, get you to be part of a different family. Make it so you're no longer hunted for the rest of your life. Clear this whole mess up. I can do that. I can do it easily. But I only clear up situations like that for my friends. And you're not my friend yet, are you, Wyatt?
It's a really nice offer, but I already got a family. I slap the thigh of friggin' Thicket. Not in that way. It's a friendly thing. I ain't
yes.
slapping you in the ass, all right? I only reserve that.
If you will.
A love tap. It's a brotherly love tap, all right? And I can't fucking reach that high. I'm 2'7", dude. must I remind the listener and all the players that I am literally so short. I don't even get up to the knee height of Thicket. Oh my gosh.
Someone do a fan animation
Please.
of Thicket just being slapped on the thigh by Wyatt.
And just camera pans all the way down, right?
Well, that seems to be your final answer then.
Yeah.
Wyatt. A real mistake if ever I heard one.
You know what? I think there's a bigger mistake here.
As you say that, everything seems to stop.
No.
Uh-oh.
God fucking damn it.
The breath hangs in the air.
Fuck! No, it's not! No, please don't.
Now, my friends!
Fucker.
This is a juncture! You turn and see Jean-Tique standing behind each of the leaders here. A little juncture you have found yourselves in, huh? It is time for you to pick a side. But which one will you go with, huh? That is a real question. I am curious to know, huh? What are your thoughts? I wish to know what your plans are. Hmm? Thicket, why don't we hear from you first? Wyatt, you feel time completely freeze. Not only around you, but yourself as well. Wyatt, you no longer see Gentique. Thicket, you are alone with Gentique. Gentique gets closer, brushes his hand, the back of his hand against your cheek, very gingerly, almost sensually. It's very uncomfortable. This gloved hand that definitely doesn't really feel like leather, but you don't know what other material it would be if not leather. Just this almost sticky substance that this glove is made of as it drags down your cheek. And you feel, even through the ends of the gloves, what you think must be these hard fingernails trace along the edge of your chin.
Oh.
So, my friend, what is it that you think you will choose? Huh? One side, the other side, the third side, or you could always pick side number 4.
And what is number 4?
Number 4 is independence. You can always attempt to strike out on your own. No backing of any great army, of any great power. But you have the soul force to yourself and your friends, huh?
Aye. As well as my good friend Gentique.
Gentique is of course your good friend, but Gentique has no use for the soul force individually. Gentique. Gentique does not want the soul force. Gentique simply wants to see how this story plays out, huh?
Aye. Alright.
Gentique is ever so curious.
Well, go ahead.
Well,
Unpause time. Let me make my decision.
Perhaps. Time pauses completely for you, Thicket. Wyatt, you are brought back into Gentilles' little scene.
That fucking hurts, by the way. It doesn't feel great.
Oh, belle baby.
Hey, I'm short, but not that short.
As you say this, Gentique shrinks to your height.
That's better. Finally.
Then you realize, no, he did not shrink. You grew.
I'm gonna be sick.
And you keep growing. You keep growing and growing and growing and growing until you are at a bird's eye view of the entire planet. You stretch up out of the atmosphere into the stars. You begin to suffocate before you're back down on the ground in front of Gentique.
Oh,
So,
God.
my friend, what will you choose? I am so curious. Which side do you wish to be on?
Oh, God. I don't want to be on any side right now. I was happy where I was, Fucking hells.
Interesting. Well, of course, that is an option. You could always choose to attempt to strike out on your own with your friends. Or even on your own outright. It would not be the first time, huh?
Definitely would not be.
Why not take that on yourself, huh? Grab this soul if Thicket falls. Run off on your own. Survive, huh? You are good at that, huh? You are good at surviving.
Not really, but we'll take that as a compliment.
I think you are. You have gotten this far, have you not?
That's true. Weird question. How much would it cost? Hopefully not, equal to a giant soul for, let's say, to teleport all of our little party members out to a different continent and just never have to fucking deal with this again, Maybe we go out to I hear Prasad is pretty good right now.
Wyatt, you don't understand the motivations of Gentique, do you?
I
You
don't.
really, the motivations that would be found too much interference into the story, the tale as it unfolds. I want to watch the tale unfold, and I want to hear. I want the insights of the characters, and you are the characters that I wish to follow. I want your insight, huh?
You want a fucking story, huh?
Oh, yes, I do, and no matter what, you are giving me one.
There's no good people here. No fucking good people. We're trapped in between it. I wonder if it's time we maybe remove a party out of the equation. And he very carefully looks over to the 9 guards and Liz. I wonder if she brought enough people to deal with everyone here.
I suppose there is only one way to find out, eh? Time unpauses for all of you. The 3 sides stand at the ready. North, south, west. The east is open. What do you do?
The time is reopened.
Yeah.
Yup.
So Waldo is over. Wyatt takes a long, deep breath, looks up to Thicket, and he says, "Hey, look, I've been with you for quite a bit of time. That thing in your chest, it's your chest. And I trust you. Whatever you fucking decide to do right now, whether it be, let's say, test out if that asshole over there, and he kind of waves his finger at Liz and her goon squad, test out if she brought enough people, whether it be we book it out eastward, which I don't really think we're gonna get far, or whichever side you choose. I'm with you, even if I may disagree with you in a few places. But I will say, if you do join up with Liz, I will fucking kill you."
Diff Bravewalker, we have a question for you.
Aye.
These ones over here. I'm going to gesture to these guys. How do you think the Soul of Frost would keep the peace with them? Or the Keeper of the Soul?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sorry,
My
I
friend
worded that
just
poorly.
sent me a gif of Knuckles humping Sonic.
Wow, that's
Fuck.
thank you for that. That
Thank
was
you,
beautiful.
Jacob. No, I'm kidding.
No, that wasn't Jacob.
Oh
even.
my
That
god.
was one of my work friends.
Your work friend said, "You're on medical leave. Here."
Enjoy it while
My
it
work friend who I'm
lasts.
trying to bully into joining the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yes! That seems like the energy we need here.
Okay. For him to keep the peace, how do you think of keeping the peace with these ones?
That can be done. The peace can be kept with any, though we will defend ourselves with all the force needed to survive.
Aye, and question for you over there, as I gesture to the gnomes.
Yes. What do you want?
Are you going to be taking no for an answer today?
It would not be the first time I've taken what I've wanted from a corpse, and I doubt it'll be the last.
Oh.
And then I'm going to turn to the Sabretooth. And you, over there. You'd like to rid this land of the colonizers, correct?
That is all I want, is my land and my people back.
And why don't we take care of this land right here? As I, point to the gnomes.
Whoa, he just
The
used a G word.
Cloudvale-
He just used a G word. Oh, God!
The Cloudvale soldiers shift uncomfortably as Elizabeth, the governor,
Wait.
shifts her halfling shoulders uncomfortably.
Oh. Wyatt's gonna really quickly take out that Copper Kettle Special Reserve. It's good stuff, isn't it? It's gonna
It really
unbottle,
is, isn't it?
yeah. Just gonna uncork the screw. I figure you're gonna be needing this, and Wyatt takes it and pours all of it onto the fucking ground.
You know, I figured you might do something like that.
All right.
I'm going to, go ahead and
If
summon
violence... Alright. If violence is what you have chosen, then violence is what you receive. And so... we will now cut to Bastion.
Oh.
Oh. Hi, hello. I didn't know I was here.
Bastion, you open your eyes. Laying under the sun. Feel like you maybe got a little bit of a sunburn. As you've just gotten this whole weird soul absorption experience out of the way. And you, now realizing that you've been going completely the wrong direction for the past day, begin begrudgingly going north. Now that you have the ingrained survival skills of this, one of your kidneys.
Yay!
You're welcome.
You travel on for some time. You are so hungry, so thirsty. Your food that you're able to conjure with your magic is, you know, it's really, it might sate you. It might prevent you from starving, but damn, it really doesn't satisfy at all. You would give anything for a good hot meal right about now. And that's when you smell it on the wind. Food cooking. Smells of beef. Maybe a little bit of, maybe some wine or maybe some beer. Something. Cooking. It's tantalizing.
What direction is that coming from?
Coming from generally north, a little bit northeast maybe.
Guess I'll head northeast vaguely.
All right. Doesn't take you long before you find the site of this smell. A camp, a fire, with a pot above it, boiling, tending that fire. A single Nuntan woman, Dawncaller.
Start rubbing my eyes. I'm like, this is a snow mirage.
You rub your eyes and it looks to be real. It certainly smells real.
Hello?
Dawncaller looks up at you, drops the ladle she was using to stir the contents of the pot. It sizzles into the snow. She stands up and begins bolting towards you.
Good to see you too.
Before you can even really process it, Dawncaller is upon you, wrapping you in her arms. They said you were alive. They said you were this way. I'm glad I found you. I'm glad I found you before the others.
The others?
She holds you tight and finally lets go of her bear hug, still grasping your shoulders tightly as she leans down to get to be on eye level with you. Bastion, we are all in terrible, horrible danger. My father's gone mad.
Oh?
I think he's going to kill us all.
Oh!
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh no!
I see.
So, Thicket, how are you feeling?
I'm ready to fight a big ass battle, and I'm sure you're very excited to run it, Cam.
Oh, absolutely. And Wyatt, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm excited to fight a big ass battle, and I'm sure you're ready. You're happy to run it.
Whoa.
And Yelnus, how are you feeling?
Incandescently angry. And you know what? A little offended at how much Thicket has been talking about being kidnapped and all that.
And Bastion, how are you feeling?
Well, not good. I thought that, like, being stranded alone in, like, the middle of the wasteland was about as bad as could get. But then suddenly, like, the woman you love is there, and she's like, okay, so bad news. Everything's going to hell. And turns out, that can be worse.
Yeah. So how are we all feeling as players?
Oh, I can't wait for the next session.
Uh-oh.
Unspeakably happy that I do not have to be a part of the decision-making team on this. Like, the part of me that was Yalnus was, like, really angry, but the part of me that's Bastion is like, oh, thank God I don't have to be involved in making this decision that I could fuck up.
Yeah. Now, I do want to know what was making Yalnus so angry.
Really, I think it was, like, the behavior of, like, Thicket of being like, oh, we were kidnapped, we were taken. Like, we treated you very nicely. We had a conversation. We gave you the options. You agreed that you liked our plan.
I think the issue might be is if you take someone without their consent, they're not gonna be quite happy about it.
Yeah.
No matter how well you treat them, right? Like,
Well-
I'll be very honest. If you feed me steak dinners all you want, but if you kidnapped me last night, I wouldn't be too happy about it, right?
Yeah, and look, I'm having my Prince Zuko moment here. End of season 2, Crossroads of Destiny. You know, I'm trying to choose between the preset, determined path that I thought was where I would is where I belonged,
or the new path that has presented new ideas to me, but exploring that path would involve betraying my homeland. I'm having a moment like that right now.
Fair. But, like, to y'allness, it's like, you're being quite rude, and now the colonizers are here. What the fuck?
Well,
I love how
at least
I
we
love
have
how
a common enemy.
Yeah, I think collectively the funniest moment was when they arrived. The first thought that went in my head is like, oh, thank God. Now we have a way to, like, make some peace by killing someone, right?
My thought.
Right,
exactly.
we have common ground.
Like,
Our
final,
hatred
like-
for the small ones.
Thank you
Oh
for
my
coming
God.
here. Now we can really get down to business, right? And do what we do really well.
Our scapegoat. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Siege, for letting us. I'm sorry, goddess of life, but we want to take a few lives here, right? I'll try my best not to harm anyone, but
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.